let's talk projectors and where they're going. Now, this is a particular case of mine, so it is not going to apply to everyone's case. You can use the projection calculator, I'll link it below, from Projector Central to calculate how big your projector can throw and the distance you need to be and the zoom levels, big and small. That's fine. My suggestion is always get the projector first, put it where it's going, and then see what you could deal with. Now, I've got Game of Thrones playing with no center channel, so seagulls and shit, and that's great. I don't think it'll get pulled because that's fine. And I've got that projector zoomed to where this 8-foot length of aluminum, the image is ending here and going all the way to here. So that's 8 feet. Now I need to use 8 feet because track lighting. I put up track lighting my first week here, and it didn't dawn on me that that's going to restrict where the screen will go, because the screen in this apartment is going to flip up against the ceiling. Now the restricting factor on the ceiling is that heat duct. It's 80 inches from that duct to the corner of the wall there. Okay, so I've got 80 inches of this way. That means I could have the screen against the wall and flip up and going to be 80 inches high, which is probably not going to be the case. And now I've got this track lighting that I put here without thinking, and that restricts, if I want to have it centered in the room, that restricts my width to about an 8-foot, a little bit more than 8-foot screen. So that's right here. And that's where I put the speakers. The left and right speakers now are in the places if there's an 80-inch screen. So height. Now we did this when I hung the TV. Sat down and you watched it. So projection screen is going to obviously have to be a little bit higher because I mean I could go right where it is now. Is as low as my projector will shoot. It's a little bit too low. First of all, it's going to hit the cabinet. Drones. Alright. So what am I talking about? Why am I babbling? Why am I recording this? Well, here are the things that you can't predict. Screen's not going against the wall. I want to be able to put a center channel here, like somewhere above the TV, or even have the one here that's in front of the TV sort of prop up during big time movie nights so that it's through the audio transparent screen if I go audio transparent. Probably going to. So, what does that mean? Well, that means that the screen's got to be away from the wall. How far? I don't know. This is 20 inches away from the wall, 22 inches away from the wall. That's where this 8-foot screen is represented. That's where this aluminum represents. Now, here's the issue. Get a tissue. Remember that 80 inches? That's a lot, 80 inches. Well, now take 20 inches away, because you're bringing it out, hinge it here, and swing it up. Now that 80 inches is 60 inches to the bottom of the screen. Now let me show you what that looks like. If I have this hinged here, there's 60 inches. That's way too high. That's near the top of the garbage pail. That's right, the garbage pail. So that ain't gonna work. 20 inches is too far away from the wall. I've got to get it a little bit further back. I've got to get it so that the bottom of the screen is somewhere in the... Jesus. If the screen swung down and was 75 inches from the ceiling, that'd be great. Which only leaves 5 inches off the wall. Unless I could think of a cool way to swing it so it doesn't mess that up. I'm pretty restricted here. These are the problems you're going to have if you have any sort of custom job going in. So, the height from the ceiling is irrelevant because the bottom is all I'm concerned with. The screen can stop here, it can stop here, it can stop up there, it can stop down here if it goes 2, 3, 5 to 1. The issue I'm having now is keeping near that. I want to get as close to that as I can and keep it off the wall. Not as far as I can, but certainly enough to keep a center channel speaker, a decent sized one, behind it. I'm thinking a foot to 14 inches. So, if I were to move back, let me retract my tape measure. Let's move back my garbage pail / center channel holder / anything else, and get it about 14 inches away. That's 16 inches away. Alright, so remember, this aluminum is representing our screen hanging down. That's 13 inches away. 13 is not bad. I could definitely get a speaker in that much space. If it's a rear ported center, you're gonna have to keep a couple inches. You figure there's gonna be a 10-inch deep center. Keeps 3-4 inches away, so that would probably be as far back as I'd ever push it. Where am I? Now, I've pushed it back so I can go zoom the projector a bit. So, grab your stool or chair or bench, or if you have a ladder, you have a ladder. And we're going to zoom the projector out to touch. Nope, we're going to zoom it in right there. And I've got a lens shifted over a bit, actually. So I touch both. This is really painful to do. Ugh. There we go. I really wish I had my ladder out. There. We're real close. All right. I'll count that as real close. I have the white border around the playing video. So here we are. And here we are. 8 foot wide again. We're still 8 foot wide. And where this is actually landing now, a couple inches. I can bring it up a bit. I can bring it to the 6-inch mark. And how high are we shooting? What's the height of our screen? 51 inches. It's 51 inches high if I go 16 by 9. So the screen would literally end here. That much space would be no screen. And that much space would still swing towards that vent. It's a real conundrum because I want to build this before the new season of Game of Thrones starts. So everything's got to be finalized. I'm not even sure if it's picking up in the dark with the GoPro. Hoping it is. Let's have a seat. Yeah, too low. It's too low because it's in the back. You got to keep in mind that it's going to be happening forward. Where this fluence is, see that white line on the fluence there? Right there? That's where the actual image would be. From there up. How high can I get this screen before it's too high? That is the question. That is the answer to. How high is too high? Because this isn't a movie theater. It doesn't have to be up there. I don't want it up there. Up there is bad. You want to sit and you want to have thrones happen. Right there in front of you. That's full screen Game of Thrones. Let's get my keyboard to work first. Bam. I really need a representation in the right spot. I don't have anything big enough, like a door. A white door? Ooh. This is a stupid idea. Let's do this. The odds of this working are very, very low, ladies and gentlemen. But if I'm anything, I'm persistent. All right, so let's push that way back. Let's stand my screen / table up. Are you gonna fold forward? Why would you do that? Okay. There's Tyrion on a table. So now we are measuring 17 inches. So I can't get it back far enough without smashing into the television and stuff. So I'm not going to do that. But that's a good enough way to look at it. That bottom's nearly perfect because he's up there now. So he's real good. Let's raise it up. Raising it up is easy enough. It's the left and right shift that I cannot reach. Here, look. Lens shift. Lens shift is the greatest thing ever. Let's watch Game of Thrones in the ceiling. If it was up there, it'd be so much simpler. But it's not going up there. It's going all the way down there. This is why you need the projector in real life. No calculator will work this stuff out for you. 52 inches. 52 inches high. This is the important measurement. 77 inches. Which is perfect. No, I'm sorry. 77 inches is not perfect. Because it puts me at the hinge point past that. God damn, sucks. Doesn't it suck? I would tell you to just buy a TV, but it's so worth it at the end. Look at the size of my Sansa Stark. She's bigger than everyone else's Sansa Stark. Look at her. So big. Math will have to happen. More math. Yeah, fucking dragons just scared the shit out of me. Alright. I'm stupid and I'm smart at the same time. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hinge the screen off the back wall. I'm gonna come out and then down. And what that'll do is when I fold it up, since it's hinged here, that corner will go up and back, giving me as much space as I need to put as low as I want. Alright, it's not going to just be a straight down hinge in the ceiling. It's going to be out and down. It's going to require it to hit something to stop there, but that should be fine. That should be just fine. That means I could have the damn screen out to here, and that would just mean I'd have to have the hinges like here. And when I fold it up, it's there, and when it comes down, it sticks straight out, down wherever it wants, and hits. Maybe there'll even be legs in the back of it. Because when the screen is up, I want it as flush against the ceiling as I can get it. And I may even put lights around it. I'm sort of obsessed with these LED light strips. I've got them all attached to aluminum. To make things look sexy. So, yeah, okay. That makes more sense. I was just befuddled. Befuddled! And now I'm not befuddled. Now I could put the goddamn screen anywhere I want. I could hinge it here at eye level, bring it all the way out, and have it go all the way up, and flush against the ceiling. I'm probably going to use engineered aluminum extrusion for it. I'm going to call it Misumi. I'm going to get a couple 12-foot lengths. Zild says they're like $46 a piece. I'll probably need 5 of them. 5 of them, and then the brackets. So it's going to be about $250, $300 for the actual frame. I could do it out of wood. Here's my thinking about wood. You build a projection screen out of wood, and then you're done with that screen, and you move to a new place. Then you're left with wood, and you throw it out. With extruded aluminum, you take it apart, you roll up the screen material, you sell the screen material, you take the extruded aluminum, and you do anything you want with it. Build a racing cockpit. Build speaker stands. I may actually build a custom set of speaker stands as well. Just because I love the way that extruded aluminum looks. Okay, so this is much. My heart feels better now. Like I said, all those raviolis with kale, it was terrible. Terribly good. 8 foot wide. 8 foot wide is the right width. I can do any depth I want. I'll probably do 15 or 16 inches out, which means the hinges will be 15 or 16 inches down. And then wherever it comes to there, and I'll work it out to that part of the ceiling. All right. We're all good here. We're all good here. Shinobu says we're good here. I'll be back when I'm actually doing something, and check out that 7.1 monstrosity. Maybe a whole video on that. Maybe just a little quick thing. Since I'm renting here, That is a 6-foot piece of extruded aluminum with 2 little L brackets drilled into it. Then those brackets go over this hole that already existed and drill down into the wall without affecting the wall. And then to mount the speakers, I was pretty damn ingenious with this, if I do not pat myself on the back too hard. These are 90-degree brackets, 2 of them. I opened up the speaker, I put 2 pieces of machine bolt in that just happened to fit the bracket over it, and then I shoved it up into the corner, put another bracket over it, and bolted it down. That's where they sit. I'm very, very proud of that. Very, very proud of that. It's all coming together. I love it when a plan comes together.